Grabowski. This is a fantastic place to be. Well, not physically, because I'm here in my bedroom, right? I'm not in an office in front of a laptop. That's not what's going on. I'm in my bedroom. I have my phone set up on my iPad. And I got something for y'all tonight because this is hilarious, okay? This is hilarious. So I want y'all to come on in, hit the like button, hit the share. It is 7:27. Hey, Bishop, how are you this evening? Are you doing okay? Did you have a wonderful day? How is wifey? How is the baby? What's up, Bree in the building? What's up? I was able to go live a little bit earlier tonight because I know y'all got stuff to do, but I got some stuff to share with y'all. I got my blood pressure today. I'm not okay, Cheryl Bestie Boo. What you mean you got your blood pressure today? What that mean? What that mean, Bree? Okay, it's 5 people here. Can you please hurry up with the speed of lightning? Hit the share button and copy link. Hit the share button and copy link so we can get some more friends in here because, you know, it's a lot. It on my arm, blood pressure. What, Bree, what's going on with the way you talking? Why is you talking like, are you type? What's going on with you, honey? You scare me a little bit. I thought you was 17 years old. What are you doing talking about blood pressure? What's going on? Hey, Katrina girl. Katrina girl. Hello. Good evening. Can y'all please help your girl out? Because we need help. Over here on this channel, we need some help, y'all. We need some tender loving care. We 911. We need all of that. So can y'all hit share, copy link, share, copy link, share, copy link, so we can get some friends in here tonight. Honey, let me tell y'all, I got a video for y'all, but I'm just going to talk about it right now. I'm just going to talk about it. So over there in Barkino Faso is this wonderful, wonderful president called Ibrahim Traore. And he is the most powerful man on the planet. I know that they are saying that our president is the most powerful man in the world. He's not. Ibrahim Traore is. Let's not get it twisted. And he's fantastic. But anyway, I got to show y'all. Oh, thank you, Katrina. Thank you so much. I put my little red readers on. I got this little this little unit on, honey, because my African American really 4C thick as I don't know what hair hurts my scalp. I had to braid it and put it up, girl. I'm tired of the pain. Okay, I'm just tired of the pain. Okay, so I thought this was hilarious. I was on TikTok today, and when I ran across this video, I thought I would cry. So let me let y'all, okay, so we got 16 people in here. Okay, so let me let y'all see the video. I'm going to frame it for you right now. So there is this man, they call him the king of, I believe he called the king of donk or butts, something like that. Anyway, he got the biggest glutes on a man. Not just like a big funky glutes, not them kind of glutes. You know how a man can be wide hipped and he got a whole bunch of butt like granny? It's not like that. Like this man, what's up, Benny White? How you doing, girl? This man got a glutes, like a BBL. And anyway, I guess he thought he was going to Barkino Faso to teach the ladies how to get their glutes, like, you know. But, honey, the president said, no, you can't come over here. Hold on. Let me let you see. Yeah, listen.
The Burkina Faso Authority has banned and also cancelled the event that was to be held by the King of Squats, Nkulukeko. Nkulukeko is an online...
The King of Squats. That's his name right there. You see the y'all see the glutes right Oh my God. Y'all see the glutes right there. Oh, Lord. Ibrahim Traore already said, you can't bring them glutes over here. I'm sorry. You just can't do it. Hold on. Listen.
Coach and also a physical coach who teaches girls how to squat so that they can get a big bumper or rather a big bomber. Back. According to the reports, the Burkina Faso government cited that Burkina Faso is a land of upright people, and for now, the people in Burkina Faso do not need to have big bombers. The government said that they have some serious issues that they are sorting, and this is not a priority. Earlier this year, a very famous musician was also
Ibrahim Traoré said, this is not, we got a lot of stuff going on. These people trying to unalive me. They done sent all kind of folks over here. A beautiful woman from, what's the name of that place where a lot of people go to and a lot of people visit, and there's a lot of rich Arabs there. What's the name of that place? I can't call it right now. But anyway, she said she wanted to marry him. He said, nope, absolutely not. And now he's not letting any Americans come over there right now because they are trying to unalive him because he got all that gold, and he said he don't want France to have nothing to do with it. But he said that man right there with them glutes can't come over there.
Denied entry into Burkina Faso. This is Burna Boy. And the
Dubai. Thank you, Brenda.
Music at that particular time was not important to the people of Burkina Faso. That was when there was a lot of attempts of assassinating Ibrahim Traoré. So the event that was scheduled on November 8th has been cancelled indefinitely, and the King of Squats will not be heading to...
The king of squats will not be going to Barkino Faso. He can't take them glutes over there. They don't want no parts. Oh my God, that tickled me. What's up, Showtime 3434? Thank you so much. How you doing this evening? Honey, that thing tickled me to pieces. Now, look, I'm going to tell y'all something. Ibrahim Traoré, too, talked about, excuse me, women and weave. Like, he don't like weave either. And also, he's very, like, homophobic. He don't like the gays. You know what I'm saying? But I still like what he got going on over there. So anyway, I thought that was funny. How y'all doing this evening? Anyway, can y'all hit the share and copy link too? Hold on, let me give you something to drink, honey, because this throat be throating. Y'all hit the share. So, I was listening to Jennifer tonight. I was listening to Jennifer over at Jennifer and Pumps over at iHip News. If do y'all listen to iHip News? Because we can listen to them a little bit if y'all want to. Because I've been telling y'all about them, but I haven't shown y'all any audio. I don't know if I said before, but I love me some you. Who is that? Pot of Gold 40. Thank you. Love you right back. So let's just listen to a little bit of the audio. Jennifer and Pumps are very, very amazing women, in my opinion. Let me turn this volume down so we won't have no bloopers while I find the audio, or the video actually. These women have a thriving YouTube. And honey, they have 1 million subscribers already. And they did it in record speed too. I'm serious. It is crazy how fast their platform is growing. So this is the thumbnail to their video right here. Seems like there's a whole bunch of light in here. What's up, McCoy? What's up, Linda girl? Let's see who said that right there, that there. What's up, Seneca Boo? How you doing? So anyway, these are the ladies over at, let me get that clear, iHip News. Jennifer, and this is the thumbnail from one of the videos that they did today. And the caption is, ICE abuse scandal explodes. So, I do love you. I do love you, Seneca. We're not going to start that today, okay? You got to trust me when I tell you that I love you, all right? I even got my what you call this brand, Fila? Is that what you call this brand? F-I-L something. I found it in my drawer. This is not even my shirt. This is one of my son's shirt that I when they moved out, I kept some t-shirts down up in there and I just put it on the night. Whatever. Oh, Jennifer cussed Elon after that. Shut your mouth, Benny White. Girl, what time of day was it when she cussed him out? Because we can go find it. Girl, what she say? Girl, Jennifer would cuss your fucking ass out. I love Jennifer. She reminds me of me, but she's my sister from another mother. But she white. And I love her so good. I love her so good because all these years, and I know I'm getting off track, but we gonna deal with the video. Hold on. All these years, because y'all know, I was in the church for a long, long time. And you know how the church people say, don't let your good be evil spoken of. But I feel like that translates into a whole lot of fakeness. And it translates into a whole lot of lacking authenticity and originality, and you just can't grow up, because grown people should be able to cuss if they so desire. And they also did research and found out that people that cuss are generally more evolved and intelligent, especially emotional intelligent, because it helps you process emotions. But anyway, so I love me a piece of Jennifer, and I love the way that she cussed and on television, and she's a fantastic person, and she cussed. I love that. I love that Jennifer don't have to be nice because she's a woman. I love that. I'm the same way. I don't have to be poised and polite, and I don't have to be kind, and I don't have to speak good words all the time. I could just speak how I feel. I love that about Jennifer. I just want to say that. But I got to go find a video of her cussing out Elon. But we're going to look at this one, part of it, because she was talking about Minnesota. Hello, Anthony Hicks. How are you this evening? She's talking about Minnesota, and she was talking about that particular church that they went to in Minnesota. She was saying that they're sitting on $16 million that's just in the bank, and how the pastor basically is saying, and he's not the only one, who basically their whole thing is we've got to tell people about Jesus, right? He don't want to deal with what's going on in society, because actually he's like an ICE agent, not an ICE agent, but he supports ICE, and also he's a white nationalist. So, but he's Christian, and he telling people about Jesus. Y'all, these people are crazy. But we're gonna listen to a little bit of the video, just a little bit. Let's see. Let's untap. Okay.
Trains other ICE agents, murdered and killed, to do with your religion, because it disgusts me. It's unevolved, uncivilized, immoral, depraved, and just downright criminal style thinking. And I just think the people that see that and their response is that somehow Trump is solving an immigration problem, we will never be the same people. Your religion makes you a worse person. And it's very obvious to everybody that's not inside your mega church, at the coffee shop and the gift shop in the mega church, getting dunk tanked while a rock concert is going on. It's just an insane religion.
Well, and when I look at things like this, and I think the point that you make is Republicans are always like, we want to protect life. We are pro-life.
Hey, James.
No, you're not. You're not pro-life, because if you were pro-life and
Thank you,
pro-child,
Adrian.
you would give a shit with a social safety net after they're born. If you gave a shit about children, you would release the Epstein files and arrest the pedophiles and the people that protected them. You would not pardon.
I am so sick and tired. Just like Pumps and Jennifer is saying, these people that say that they care about children, and that, it's hard. So hold on, let me breathe. They say that they care about children, and that they don't want women to abort children. Meanwhile, they're taking them to islands and farms and doing the worst shit to children imaginable. I don't get it. These people with this horrible, horrible past when it comes to the island and the farms. And they are saying that they care for children. They don't give no fucks about no kids. Those are lies. Okay? Yes, let's talk about it. Those are lies. And then meanwhile, like Jennifer and Pumps is saying, they are saying that they are Christians. Can y'all believe what's going on right now? It is just fucking insane.
The January Sixers, and they're all the ones are coming back in just droves of being sexual abuse against children. So
Right. And they are also saying that the January Sixers are ICE agents. The way they went up in there and tore up the Capitol and beat the police, how hateful they were with what they did at the Capitol, shit all over the building, bust the windows out. That same type of energy is what they are using now against the immigrants and cities. That's what they're doing. I don't understand people that say, well, we got an immigration problem, so they got to do something. No, this ain't got shit to do with no immigration. This is crazy.
will not listen to anybody tell me, especially somebody that says they're pro-life, which is 99% right-wing evangelical Christians, that they care about children, because they have shown us over and over and over again, they don't give a fuck about children. They give a shit about their children, but they don't give a shit about anybody else's children. And when it comes to the Republican family that I grew up in, we were small government, strong national security. You have the United States government in every part of our daily lives now. You can't go down the street. A little boy can't walk on the street because some random ICE agent comes up to him and says, "Where are your papers?" Dipshit, kids don't have papers. I don't have papers. What would I show? So this whole idea that we're so patriotic, yet we want to get in your bedrooms, we want to be in your uterus, we want to be in your work. Like, we don't want you to stop working because we want you to be part of the economy, but we want you to have babies. They are the most hypocritical, dumb, lack of anything other than what they say. Like, I say I'm pro-life. I vote against everything that would help a child. I vote against everything that would rein in Donald Trump to make him follow the Constitution. But I'm a real American. Go fuck yourself. You've lost the plot. You don't give a shit about children. You don't give a shit about America, or you would be standing up saying we cannot have a president breaking the law every single day.
Very well said. Moving along, this is how ICE is treating children in custody. Pop this up. Crystal Ball, my girl Crystal Ball, shout out to her. She's always on the right side of history. Says children are being treated this way, and she found the story on PBS News, which actually does journalism. Food contaminated with worms and mold, limited access to clean drinking water, inadequate medical care. These are a few of the allegations made by migrant families in recent court documents about their children's conditions while in ICE custody. And this is what I've been saying. If they're shooting Renee Good in the street, if they're pepperballing innocent protesters, there's a guy that was like dressed as a squirrel or a rooster or something, just like playing a drum, ICE agents have to tackle him and put, pepper spray in his eyes. Think about how they're treating the Black and brown population behind bars. Think about it. You know, these are very psychotic.
Okay. So Jennifer has a point about the molded food that they're feeding the fucking kids, right? But these are the same people that Sasha Riley is accusing of treating, hurting, abusing, and murdering other children that he saw and what they did to him way back then. Now we got the Epstein Islands. We got 2 cases of our president having to pay people that were at his place, Mar-a-Lago, where he assaulted 2 boys. 2 real cases where he paid lots of money out. And some of his other friends, according to Sasha Riley, what they were doing to children. And we already know some of what the Epstein file says. So really, those children in these camps, there's no telling what the fuck they are doing to these kids. These people have a history of doing the worst things to children. We thought at one point that it was all about teenage girls, you know, doing things to teenage girls. But now it's looking like they've done the most horrible things to kids, like unalive children, seg children, maybe even eat children, and organs and all this fucking, man, this shit is crazy. This is crazy. I spoke on this the other day. Okay. Let's listen a little bit more.
These are the people who have no empathy for human beings. These are the people that their kink is recreational cruelty. And sadly, the people that like watch Fox News,
Jennifer just said that their kink is recreational. Hold on. Let me see. Wait a minute. Trump and the conservatives of doing is what you people are really about. What do you mean? Retype that. I don't know what that means. Because what people? Me? What people? Me? I'm not about that. And I don't know anybody that is. What do you mean? This is crazy. That is the craziest comment. Oh my God. Am I talking about a particular demographic? Oh my stars. I just said who I was talking about. Who else is accused of raping children? Epstein for one, right? Trump for 2. And a lot of the other billionaires when it comes to the Epstein files, right? Also, Sasha Riley is talking about the rich white people. He did mention one black man. So that's what I'm talking about. I wish you would give me my credit for using my knowledge. All right, you're trolling. So we're not going to do that. Okay, let's go back in here. We're done with you.
They also like recreational cruelty. And a story like this, as appalling and horrible as it is to us, we have to understand the cancer in American culture, that there are a lot of white folk out there in America, in the suburbs, in rural America, and probably some even in cities, that see this story and it doesn't move the needle in the least bit, because their default argument back to this.
Did she just say there are a lot of white people that are listening to this in the suburbs and they have no empathy and they don't care? Hey, Lord, did she just say that? Wow.
Say, well, their parents shouldn't have brought them here. If you break the law, that's not my problem.
How in the fuck can these people say that what's happening to the children is the parents' fault because the parents shouldn't have brought them here and the parents shouldn't have broken the law? But the person who is responsible for doing this to the children is the most lawless ever. That person is a criminal. That person is severely corrupt. That person is reprobate. That person is a child molester, a child rapist. That person put his genitalia in a kid's bottom and in his mouth. That person is paying, that person paid those people millions of dollars. And then the white people say, or whoever the people are that Jennifer is talking about, the conservatives, the Republicans say that these people need to get what's coming to them because they broke the law. But nobody's paying attention to the number one lawbreaker, the most corrupt, the most lawless. How dare these people? They are fucking nuts.
And that is something I don't know how to fix.
Ugh.
This is something the Democratic Party has let run amok in Republican circles because they don't have the courage to confront the cult nature of evangelical Christianity, the grift of their flock with all of the hundreds of millions of dollars that they have in their account. You all know I've told you about the church that I'm most familiar with because of my life in Oklahoma City is a huge, giant mega church named Life Church. Life Church has $600 million
Oh my God.
liquid sitting in a bank account.
I thought she said earlier 16 million. She said $600 million sitting in a bank account. Who wouldn't open a church and call themselves a pastor? Oh my God.
Their number one goal with all of this stuff with ICE going on isn't to shine a light on the injustice. It is making sure their flock keeps working on their personal relationship with Jesus, tune out everything else, and that you tithe because they have to open up more churches because it's a grift. It's all a lie. They keep you.
So when I looked up the grift word, because Jennifer uses the grift word all the time. So when I Google grift, basically a grifter is a con man. These pastors that are building these big, beautiful mega churches are narcissistic, psychopath con men. That's all it is. It's all a con. It's all a con. And they are conning because they can put $600 million in a fucking bank account. This is so crazy. And the way that this administration got into power was they said that they were Christians. Erica Kirk, she's a Christian. She sent out paperwork today to some content creators, threatening to sue them, and she want them to take back what they said today. She did that today. And I'm like, why is Erica Kirk sending paperwork to content creators on YouTube? Why is she doing that? She's just a complete fucking nut. And when they went through the paperwork, they were saying, oh my God, there were so many mistakes. They don't even know what kind of lawyer she got to send the paperwork. It was crazy. It was crazy. She's a
That
con
somehow
woman.
you're not good enough. You were born of sin. You have to be saved. You can't have all of these thoughts. There's never an explanation that, yeah, you might see this woman over there, this guy over there, and think they're hot. I'd like to slap and tickle and rendezvous with them. It's a human
What's up,
thought.
Mr. Time?
In the world of all of these Christian nationalists, they start in on their kids at very young ages that they cannot have these thoughts. And the whole thing is all about these diabolical pastors wrapped up in the stylists and the headsets and act like they're so, cool and hip. And they're grifters. The whole thing, they're snake oil salesmen. And until
She called them. She called these pastors with the headsets and the tennis shoes and the jeans. She called them oil snakes and grifters, con men and con women. I seen some white woman before, but those women look like ghosts. Maybe it's a reflection. Don't talk about my friends, Mr. Time. It is the camera. It is the camera. Why do you say they look like, well, they're white? And, my daughter told me that to describe a white woman as pale is rude. But they're a lot white. They don't have much complexion. Snake oil salesman. Yeah, that's what she said. But these are my girls. These are my friends. Okay? So y'all can't talk bad about them. They are fantastic. My apologies. I'm not disrespectful. No. But Pumps, this one, Pumps, I don't know. She has a shapely, just an odd shape to her face, but they're fantastic.
Address that. And listen, it's their right. It's a free country. But we cannot allow these people to inject themselves into politics, so much so that now they're being taken seriously without us offering a counter narrative and really putting out there what they really are, labeling them for the amoral piece of shit grifters that they are, which brings me to Erica Kirk. Don't put it up yet.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Erica Kirk is...
Listen, okay, before we get into the Erica Kirk situation. Okay, have most of y'all in the chat seen Erica Kirk? Is there anybody in the chat who doesn't know who Erica Kirk is? First of all, I need to know. It's 53 people in. Please let me know if you have not seen Erica Kirk. My opinion of Erica Kirk is, first of all, she reminds me of Tammy Faye Baker, right? And we know that Tammy Faye was crazy. And actually, so was Jim Baker. Jim Baker is still alive, but they were just weird. You don't know who that is. Who is she? Never seen or heard from her in your life. Oh my star, what is going on with YouTube? Child, y'all ain't nothing like TikTok. TikTok be knowing everything what's going on. So Erica Kirk is the new, she is the new head of Turning Point USA. Charlie Kirk was assassinated earlier this year. And she's his wife. And she's crazy. But anyway, let's just listen to Jennifer because y'all don't know what's going on.
Big Christian. Big. I mean, she talks about the Lord and Jesus a lot. And the people who are so grandiose about their religiosity right now, and they see this human suffering, and you're getting outflanked by an atheist morally, is a real indictment on your religion. And speaking of the combination of these evangelical megachurches, the combination of this grift plus
the con,
stay focused on yourself, don't focus on anybody else, empathy is toxic, leads you to in the face.
Hold on. Now, Charlie Kirk said, and I don't know if y'all remember this, but hello guys, the ones that came in late. Hello, hello. Thank you for being here. Charlie Kirk said that he couldn't stand that word empathy. Do y'all remember when he said that? He said he couldn't stand it. He don't want to hear it no more. He don't want to hear that word empathy. He said that it was toxic. That's what he said. Okay. So let's do a quick little Bible study. Just a quick little Bible study. For God so loved the world. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, Jesus. That whomever believes in Jesus, he shall have eternal life. Let's say it this way. God loved the world so much, or God had so much empathy for the world that he wanted to fix the world, save the world. So he gave his only son. Charlie Kirk said, as in my opinion, a white evangelical, probably even borderline white nationalist, I think he was a white nationalist, that he don't want to hear anything about empathy because he more resonated with the God of the Old Testament, who would split you open, bust you wide open, and throw your ass in Hades, or just drown everybody on the planet, or just send plagues and kill you, or however. Charlie Kirk said he didn't want to hear anything else about empathy. I'm like, oh my God. And excuse me, some of the other people are saying the same thing. Hold on one second. Let me get me some more juice. Charlie Kirk was saying, hey, McCoy. Oh, dear, Bennett, that's you. Okay. Charlie Kirk was talking about liberal empathy, not God. Basically, God and empathy goes together. You can't separate God from empathy. But I see white nationalists want to do that. I see white nationalists are doing that because they don't like black people, black and brown people. So I see what y'all are doing, but you cannot mention the God of the universe and extract empathy from that. You can't do that from source, God, spirit, however you want to say it. But empathy goes together with that. What do you mean? Are you crazy? Yahweh, God is empathetic. Yeah. I don't understand why you guys didn't listen. Wait, I didn't listen to him because I needed my cortisol levels to stay low. Yeah, he was terrible. He was a hate baiter. Like, he would say awful things to make you dislike him. Charlie Kirk would do that. In my opinion, he was very, very negative. He hated black women, especially. And he was a white nationalist. Simple as that. It's just period. That's all it is to it. Okay. But this white nationalist thing, these are white Christians and they don't like, no, he was. What do you mean I'm wrong? No, I'm not. Charlie Kirk was a white nationalist. I don't care if him and Candace Owens was friends. I don't care about that. Why am I supposed to care about that? He just had one black girl that he probably had romantic interest for. He probably wanted to explore her body. He probably did. You know, when a white man sexualizes a black woman, he doesn't see her as necessarily blackness. It's because he wants the experience. What's up, Miller? How you doing, sugar? He wants the experience, so he'll kind of tossed that out of his mind. I'm pretty sure that him and Candace Owens slept together. That's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. All right, let's get back into the video.
The injustice at the hands of the federal government. Here's what Erica Kirk is doing this coming weekend. Make Heaven Crowded Tour 2026, featuring Erica Kirk as a confirmed speaker. Oh, it was yesterday, January 21st at 6:30. And so, number one, I don't know who did the marketing for this, Make Heaven Crowded Again, because all I thought when I first saw it was like, is this where they drink the Kool-Aid? Like, is this the Jim Jones moment? Right?
Not is this where they
I
drink
was
the
like, are
Kool-Aid.
they all going and she's serving Kool-Aid and they're all going out? Is that what's going on here? But number two, there are some people in the Catholic Church.
What's wrong with
I'm not a
Tanya?
fan of the Catholic Church at all. I mean, the sex crime cover-up and all that will always be red flag numero uno for me. But at least there are people in there that are talking about like what the role of the central character of the faith.
Am well, hope all is well with you. Just came in, can't stay long. We'll do the replay. Okay, yep, I'm good, and I hope you are doing well. And make sure you watch all that replay. Don't forget the thumbs up the live. Thank you, ma'am. Oh my goodness.
Christianity, Jesus Christ, was about, and it was about hanging out with the downtrodden,
Okay,
lifting
Latanya,
up the
thank you, boo.
marginalized. It spoke out. It didn't say that many words, and I've actually studied this. Jesus Christ didn't say that many words in the Bible, but some that he did say is he opposed the accumulation of wealth. And so when you think about the Erica Kirks,
they don't care. They don't care. Erica Kirk and all of these white evangelicals and white nationalists, the rich pastors, the grifters, as Jennifer says, they don't care. They don't care that what they do and what they say and how they live is not according to what their Bible tells them that Jesus did or said. They don't care. They don't. And the reason why they don't care, according to Jennifer, is because they are grifters. They're con men and women. Erica Kirk is a con woman. Thank you, Sean. What are we talking about? We're looking at Jennifer and Pumps, and they have a huge podcast on YouTube, and we're talking about the white nationalists, ICE, the Republican Party, just, because y'all know I'm very much into politics nowadays, so, and all that. And we're talking about these preachers being con men.
Life Church, the Joel Osteen of it all, and their desire to accumulate wealth while hoodwinking their flock into thinking they're super moral. This is a cancer. White evangelical Christianity is a cancer. These are the worst of our country. These are the worst people in our country because they use their religion in two ways, as a weapon and as a shield. They weaponize it whenever they want to.
Ooh. They use their religion. Thank you so much. Is that Latanya? Thank you. They use their religion as a weapon and a shield. They'll use it as a weapon against you, but then they use it as a shield so you can't come back at them because they're Jesus people. This is crazy. Jennifer, talk about it, girl, okay?
And say, we're on the moral high ground. You're a lesbian. You deserve to die. You're a lesbian. The cops shouldn't have revived you. Oh, your parents are Mexicans and they brought you over here? Yeah, you should go to jail and eat worm food. And then when you call them out on it, oh my God, they're after the Christians. How dare they? How dare they?
It pisses me off so bad when I hear our president talk about what people are doing to the goddamn Christians. What did you do on the farm? What did you do on Epstein Island? And what did you do in the other places that Epstein had those other homes or those mansions? because he had 3 or 4 other mansions in other places, maybe even more than that. And they were meeting in those places too. It wasn't just the island. What the fuck did you do? I hate when that man say what people are doing to Christians. Oh, I could just throw up a million times.
We're so oppressed. White Christians are so oppressed in this country. And they want it both ways, because in the religion, that duplicity is taught. You can be.
And then white Christians are so suppressed in this country. Since when? Since when? Who oppresses white Christians?
Morally duplicitous. You thrive in cognitive dissonance. And so this is just a massive problem. And it should come as no surprise to anyone
Thank
that
you, Miller.
of this cult that I'm talking about, white evangelicals, I think over 80% went and voted triple trumped.
Yeah. I would just say I have to echo what Jennifer was saying in terms of I grew up in this. I was a person that did not believe that the problems of other people could come to me because I was chosen by God and because of my personal relationship with God. And so that meant it was very easy for me to dehumanize people. And that is such a shame-filled moment every time I think about it, that I was able to be one of these people that says, well, I'm not gay, so that doesn't really apply to me. Because I didn't have empathy, because I was so narcissistic about my faith. And so that is something that we have to look at, because I that's who I was. And it was only when I realized that's not true because of my own problems. And I had to go on this journey. Why did I think I was so special? Why was I able to say, well, they're not my problems, so I don't care?
It's because of the indoctrination, pumps. The church has a way of convincing you us against them. We're the sheep, they're the goat. We're the saved, they're the unsaved. We're the righteous, they're the unrighteous. The church has a way of doing that. I went through it myself, so I understand what Pumps is saying here, you know. But if there'll come a time, hopefully, in your life where you begin to look at things as they are, not what the church says, because if you stay around them long enough, you'll be able to see all of the inconsistencies. Excuse me, y'all. Yourself. Yes, indeed. I love her energy. Yeah, absolutely. Are you talking about me? What are you talking about? Oh, Lord.
And I look at that now and I see that as base root for why these people are so able to dehumanize people, to not have.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Okay. Because I think your story is so important. I think it's one of the most helpful stories of public podcasters in America. And I tell you that all the time. When you say that you didn't think it would ever happen to you, and does the distraction of constantly working on your personal relationship with Jesus, where it's only focused on you being BFFs with Jesus, and it never talks about, lifting up the marginalized, does that help you with this delusion that you are...
Don't call her that.
Favored by him. Because I remember there was an instance in our lives, long time ago.
Stop calling Pumps that. That is being mean. Don't call her that. She's beautiful in her own way. My goodness, y'all stop being rude.
When if anybody would have told us, Pumps and me, we're sitting on my front porch smoking cigarettes. Pumps' life was just not going well. And she, to say the least,
Understatement of the year.
mine wasn't really either. So I'm not trying to just highlight her, but she had to come to somebody in her life that was a critical thinker. And I was the only one, the only person in her life. And she was talking about, well, at least this didn't happen, like something about her kids. And I was like, well, why do other kids get exposed to horrible things, but not yours? And she looked me dead in the eye. I'll never forget it. And she goes, I think God just likes me better.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? And you shut it down immediately. But it's interesting, your evolution of that to where you are now is really like helpful. And there's a ton of people pumps right now that are deconstructing their faith in light of, don't feel shame about it, because when you started really seeing immoral things, you're on the right side of it. You were able to
Well,
go,
yeah,
okay,
I mean,
can turn-
that's my testimony too. That's what happened with me. I began to see people who would say horrible things, Christians who would say horrible things about the world, and they themselves were guilty of worse. I just and I couldn't help it. So y'all know I'm a Scorpio. So meaning that I'm very, very observant, and I'm always looking at what lies beneath the surface. That's just how I am. And so eventually, you know, I just saw through it all. I just saw through it. And I said, like, I had never, there isn't really no difference. There's no difference. You know, a lot of times Christians want to say they're this and they're that and they're so. No, there is no difference. I found so many people who don't practice religion like that, and their morals and ethics were on a way higher level than the Christian. Matter of fact, I got to the point where I was just leery of Christians altogether, because in my experience, they just end up being horrible people. So I don't know. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. Why the long look, go ahead, Scorpio gang, Sean said. Yeah. So anyway, y'all, that is Jennifer and Pumps. Those are my girls. Those are my girls for sure. They have a spectacular platform. Let's see, which one? Oh yeah, this one was good. All right, so how many of y'all know Jasmine Crockett? Sir, I'm gonna block you. I just heard you say GD Christians and now a pagan astrology follower. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, sugar? All right. So I guess we're gonna end with this last video. This is Jasmine Crockett. Okay, so there is there's a senator. He's a Republican. He's black. And Donald Trump wants he wants the youth he wants them to have a harsher sentence when they commit certain crimes. And he's kind of using this black man to speak to that. So Jasmine Crockett has something to say about what this guy is going to say. So I want y'all to listen to this. Hold on one second.
The Trump administration's efforts have shown that...
But I need y'all to listen really good, because you're going to miss it.
Introducing...
Wait a minute, hold on. And it's 4 minutes, okay? So I want y'all... What's up, Daisy Boo? That throwback... Thank you, Sean. Oh, she knocked him out the... You already done listened to it. Honey, I listened to it today. I almost fell out. I said, oh my God. Okay, so it's 4 minutes, y'all. So please listen to this, please.
Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett.
Listen.
This debate, my heart simply broke.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today in strong support of my bill, H.R. 4922, the D.C. Crimes Act. Rather than prioritizing the safety of law-abiding
Listen to him,
and
y'all.
protecting the lives of innocent residents and visitors, district officials have actively facilitated dysfunction and chaos through their progressive soft-on-crime policies. Instead of addressing the clear epidemic of youth crime in the city, the D.C. City Council increased the age of youth offenders to individuals 24 years old and younger, meaning fully grown legal adults in the District of Columbia can receive sentences meant for children. This is simply insane. And that is why I introduced the D.C. Crimes Act, which lowers the definition of youth from under the age of 25 to under the age of 18, removes the ability of judges to sentence youth offenders below mandatory minimum guidelines, and requires the D.C. Attorney General to establish a public website containing much needed statistics on juvenile crime in D.C. The Trump administration's efforts have shown that lawlessness is a choice, and it is.
The Trump administration has shown that lawlessness is a choice. Excuse me, y'all. I didn't mean to do that. I'm just trying to figure out, are these people crazy? The Trump administration is saying that lawlessness is a choice. But he is the most lawless. Anyway, listen.
Time for Congress to step up, adhere to our constitutional duty, and firmly address crime in the nation.
It's time for Congress to step up and address crime and make sure these other people stop committing crimes while we commit all the crimes that we want to commit. We're going to do what we want. We commit crimes every day. We don't obey the law. But we are saying that you have to. This is crazy as hell.
Capital.
Many people know me for being able to do
Jasmine.
alliterations, and all I could think about is amnesia allows adolescents accountability, avoidance, agility from across the aisle. So work with me for a second. Imagine being a young man born to Jamaican and Panamanian parents who messed up not once but twice. Imagine standing in front of a judge with your whole future hanging in the balance, and instead of prison, you are given a promise of mercy. Your record gets wiped clean. You get a second chance at life. Now imagine taking that promise and turning it into promotion. You go to college, you get a job, and even become a member of Congress. That's what redemption looks like. That's what America is supposed to be about. And that is exactly the story of the next wannabe governor from Florida. As a young man, he went through pretrial diversion for misdemeanor marijuana possession.
Listen.
As an adult, yet younger than 24, he was charged with and ultimately placed on probation for felony robbery charges, which ultimately were 2 expunged. He was given a third chance, and now he's the face of a bill that would not afford young people in Washington, D.C. the same opportunities afforded to him. Let me be real. If he had grown up under Donald Trump's America or under the very D.C. crime bill he's pushing today, he wouldn't be standing here as a member of Congress.
Okay. I said, when I first heard this, I said, flip that mirror, Jasmine. Use that mirror. You use it so wonderfully, so beautifully. You are such a fucking mirror user. Use it. While this guy stands here and he talks about bringing the hammer down on the youth, not giving them a chance, lowering the age, making them accountable for crimes, and not being able to give them mercy and all of that. She just talked about him when he was young, what he did and how they forgave him, and that's how he was able to be the governor. But this motherfucker done forgot about his own indiscretions, as well as the one that he talks about, which is the head of the administration. You got 2 motherfuckers, one black, one white, full of shit, have committed crimes, lots of crimes, both of them. But you want to be really, really harsh and show no no mercy to the youth in DC. You don't want to give them a chance like somebody gave them a chance. They want to bring the hammer. I was like, Jasmine, use the mirror. Use the mirror. She used it so good. I know he left there feeling just like a fucking fool. But I want to say this. And then we're going to end the live. I want to say this. We've been talking about mental illness and personality disorders. I've been talking about what we are experiencing now in Washington is going to change everything from here on out. Because where we have not paid attention to mental illness and personality disorders before, we will never do this shit again. Whether you are the president, whether you are the head physician, whether you are a judge, whether you are a senator or a congressman or woman, whatever the fuck you are, there needs to be screening, because I can't stand to watch these people be so critical and so hard on others when the very fucking thing they talk about, they themselves are guilty of it. Jasmine Crockett, use your fucking mirror. If y'all want to know what Jasmine Crockett is, you might as well not even call her Jasmine Crockett. You might as well just call her Mirror. Because while he's standing there, the black guy, running his fucking mouth, then the very first thing that you do is you just go look through go read his book. Find out who the fuck he is while he's doing so much talking. And when it comes to this president, the guy that was talking was guilty of what he was talking about. Girl, I almost jumped out of my skin when I realized who she was talking about. So here we go again. It's all here on my channel, Cheryl Grabowski. All things mental health, and especially these fucked up ass personality disorders with these people who cannot see themselves. There is no self-reflection. There is no self-reflection. If you didn't know any better, you would think that this guy was a totally upstanding citizen, and that he had crossed all his T's and dotted all his fucking I's. And he himself is guilty of the very thing that he accused these young men of doing. To me, that's what the Republican Party is. It's a party of fucking hypocrites. And people with no self-reflection at all. I ran into a person today in the grocery store that I know very, very well. And this person has purpose in their heart that they'll never speak to me again. So when I walked through the door of the grocery, I was facing the people who were paying for their grocery, because I'm walking in and everybody's at the register. They're looking in my direction. I'm looking in their direction. But technically, when I go into a place, I don't scan a place. I look at what's in front of me, because I know what I'm going for. So I'm just walking straight. So as I walk straight, for some reason, it may have been my intuition, I kind of looked to the left, and that's when I saw that person really took a really strong look to the right, because they didn't fucking want to have no parts. They didn't want to speak to me. They didn't want to have nothing to do with me like the last time that I saw them. And I laughed. Because it's the personality disorder for me. It's the mental illness for me. That hard turn to the right, I was like, now that is the craziest shit I've ever seen. Look, little Lucy, I am not going to speak to you. You do not have to make that hard of a right turn. I'm not going to bother you. I don't know why you think that I even want to talk to you, because I don't. It was just the craziest thing. But these personality disorders, y'all, I'm telling you, it's off the chain. I know his story as well. You can now find his crimes as a child unless you have, you can't, what you say? You cannot find his crimes as a child unless you have lien access, which which lay people don't have. So they've hid his history. That's what narcissists do, though. Psychopaths, they do shit like that. They themselves are not going to obey the law, as we can see with this administration. They're not going to do that. But they're going to hold you to it. When it comes to the psychopath and the narcissist, like Jennifer and Pumps was saying in the goddamn church, they're not going to do what's right. They don't love Jesus. They're not going to do what Jesus said. But they're going to make sure you do it. I cannot stand them. Sure, I'm talking to male. Okay. It's hidden per the law. Okay. Can you explain what a woman is? No, I can't. Honey, I'm just tired. These people are crazy. But anyway, y'all, kisses and hugs, honey, because I can't. They going to jail. I'm telling y'all that right now. They are going to jail. They are going to jail. Oh, now it's one more. Now I got to show y'all this. I'm sorry. I know y'all going to bed. But I got to show y'all this last one because this was crazy. Bring them down. It's called, I put bring them down. Of course you can't, but yet they're crazy, LOL. Yeah, don't worry about that. This ain't your live, it's mine. All right. Listen to this, y'all. No. We don't need no music. No, what did you? Oh no, I'm pissed off. Oh shoot. My stars. They are going to jail. Y'all, as long as y'all sit and live, long as life lasts for you, you'll see their fucking ass going to jail. They're going to jail. I'm telling you that right now. You get mad all you want to. They are going. Talking about you gonna take over Greenland. You ain't gonna do shit. Okay, wait a minute. Here we go. All right. Honey, girl, these trolls be coming in here, but girl, they don't bother me. You're not throwing me off. I know what I got going on. They be trolls.
Explain why they redacted the first things in the first place, which they were also supposed to do.
Wait a minute. We got to rewind this.
They should follow the law.
Okay,
but
listen.
Let's not get our knickers in a twist here. There's
Yeah,
no
let's not get our
punishment for
knickers in a twist over child. Why are you talking like that? It's insane. Like, it's insane. The Epstein Files
What's
is
insane?
a multinational, multi-generational child and woman trafficking ring. So your attitude right now, you're sort of like, well, shucks, devil begun, is just horrifying to me. Every woman in the world that is watching this, why are you acting like you have no idea what's happening here? Scott, this is...
He asked me a question about following
yes,
the law.
and what
I
I'm
said they
saying
should
to you
follow
is
the
your
law.
attitude. Yes, and they're not following the law. They're 30 days late on following law, and they didn't explain why they redacted the first things in the first place, which they were also supposed to do.
I know.
Listen,
You
at
have a
this point,
strong
this is
opinion
not...
about it, and
I have a strong
respect that.
opinion about it because it is a
But I think they
disgusting
should do
policy
it as
that they are
fast as
doing
they
this.
can.
They are hiding it. It is not the behavior of
Look
innocent
at his
people.
face.
And everything that is in these files is... It could bring an entire house down. And if it has to, it has to. If it brings down Democrats, bring them down. If it
Bring
brings
them
down
down.
Republicans, bring them down. If it brings down princes, world leaders, Hollywood
Bring them
people,
down.
Bring them
down.
But what it feels like right now is that there's a giant cabal of people that do not have to...
We don't care. We don't care who the fuck you are. We don't care if you own a bank. We don't care if you're a prince. We don't care. We don't care. We don't. They all need to go to jail. Every fucking last one of them. I'm talking about indefinitely. I ain't talking about no 5 months. I ain't talking about no Diddy sentence like no 4 years. We're not talking about that. We talking about throw the fucking keys away. So that it will be a teachable moment for the other men that want to take children to farms and go to islands and do all manner of ungodliness just because you feel like you can and you are rich. Or for ritual's sake, put their asses under the jail. And in my opinion, they should go on. Some of them just need to be just take them out, period. Some of them should just go straight to the what do you call it? Lethal injection?
To listen to the law, do not have to oppose the law, and they were supposed to do something, then they didn't do something, and now they're trying to have a new law that says we don't even have to do
And what should follow?
They trying to make a new law that says that they shouldn't have to show the Epstein files. Did y'all hear about that? They got a new law. They trying to come up with a new law. This is what narcissists do, by the way. They move the goal post. They move it. Executive orders, that's moving the goalpost. And then new laws. So first of all, they said they were going to release it. Then they release hardly nothing and everything is redacted. Then now they're saying we want to do a new law because we're going to go back on what we said to begin with. My thing is, why be so fucking nutty? You know fucking damn well, this is so crazy, what you did. You know you done took somebody's baby and done the most ungodly things to girls and boys. You know that you've done it for a long time, you and your friends. You know that possibly you unalive some people's children. You know that you've sold people's kids. These are people's children. You got 2 cases where you have paid millions of dollars for raping folks' children at your residence. You know this. And you still take your ass to Washington and become the president. You and your friends. And now you are fighting tooth and nail to keep everybody from seeing it like plain. So we could just see everything, read everything. These people are reporting that when we finally get to see it, it's way worse than anything that you could ever think or imagine. And these are the people who say that they are going to save our country. And that the immigrants are raping the women in the United States when you've raped children. Make it make sense. Because it doesn't make sense. Everything that he accused people of, they've done those things to folks. But children, innocent kids, vulnerable kids, orphans. Linda said, it's horrible, Cheryl. It is horrible. It is horrible. They're eating the cats and dogs. They said with that farm, it's reported that there was some cannibalism going on too. And they said some of that is in cannibalism is in Epstein files too. Child prostitution on those planes. So you fly them to other countries so old white men can have their way with them. Boys and girls. Let's not get it twisted, y'all. Boys and girls. Not just 13 and 14. We're talking about children. Somebody said something about an 8-year-old. This shit is crazy. And the saddest part about it is that I know people similar to that in real life. I've known some people that are that terrible, that'll stand flat-footed and act like they ain't done a motherfucking thing. That they're damn near angels of light. in my lifetime. I've known some people like that. And people that don't know them well wouldn't believe that they would do that type of horrible shit. But I'm telling you, with these personality disorders and this mental illness, they will do that shit. And you be shocked that they've done something like that. And not to mention drugging kids. Not to mention that. That's what Sasha said. And I believe that with the other children too. They wake up, they don't know. And a lot of this stuff is kind of similar to what Diddy did. But honey, what they have done is on a much deeper level. Rump will tell everything on himself. If he said they are eating cats and dogs, then they have eaten people. Rump tells on himself. That mental illness, absolutely. Absolutely. And then you got these people who beat their chest and say, that's my dude. I don't care what you say. Well, okay. But they're going to jail. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all for being here. Thank you, Linda, and everybody else that came through, all moderators, friends, and all of that. Hopefully this weekend, y'all, we're supposed to get a lot of snow and ice here in North Carolina. Lord have mercy. So hopefully we can sit down one of these good old days and have us a good, long, wonderful live. That's what I want to do this weekend. But anyway, kisses and hugs. I'll see y'all the next time. Y'all sleep well. I know I will. Bye, guys.